Thank you for participating in today's IFLA Local History and Genealogy section webinar. I'd like to start the webinar now. My name is Takashi Nagatsuka. I'm moderating today's webinar. I'm currently the secretary of the IFLA Local History and Genealogy section. Please note that this webinar is being recorded. It will be uploaded to the YouTube later. If you have any questions for the speakers, please write them in the Q&A column, not chat. First of all, I would like to say a few words from the chair of our section, Sherry Bush. Sherry, please. Okay.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to the Local History and Genealogy webinar hosted by the International Federation of Libraries Association. The title of today's webinar is New Ways to Approach the Fields of Local History and Genealogy. And our special guests are Dr. Makoto Goto and Professor Yumiko Imaizumi. Please forgive me for saying it incorrectly. I tried. We are pleased and honored to be able to learn from their insights and their experience. The IFLA Local History and Genealogy section has decided to hold webinars related to the subjects of local history and genealogy in different regions around the world as part of our committee goals for the next couple of years. The first webinar was held on November 23rd, focusing in European countries. This time, the webinar will focus on case studies in Asian countries, including Japan and Micronesia. In the future, there will be other webinars focusing on topics in the United States as well as other countries. And we hope that you will participate in those as well. Again, thank you for attending. And if you would like more information about this committee and our programming, please reach out in the comments section with your email address and we will contact you. And I will turn the time over to our committee secretary, Takashi, to introduce our presenters. Again, welcome and thank you for coming.
Thank you for Cherry. Shall we start of the first? I will introduce the first speakers. This webinar focuses one of the largest integrated services that provided access to historical and cultural digital collections called Japan Search, and an analytical approach to the unique historical and ongoing relationship between the peoples of Okinawa and Micronesia through oral history research. We have two interesting speakers with different views on these topics, such as Makoto Goto and Yumiko Imaizumi. The first speaker is Makoto Goto. His topic is new method for knowledge discovery from local historical materials and data, Japan Search. He will introduce this function of the Japan Search and the new movement of the digital archives. Now, Makoto Goto is an associate professor at the National Museum of Japanese History. His current research is focused on the construction of digital network system for historical resources in Japan. Through that digital network, he analyzes and visualizes local historical resources, and he is currently serving as a member of the Japanese government external expert committee on digital archive. Please, starting to your presentation, Makoto Goto.
Okay, thank you for introducing me, Professor Nagatsuka. Nice to meet you. I'm Makoto Goto from National Museum of Japanese History. Thank you for inviting me, and I'll share you my screen. First. Can you my screen? Yeah, can you look at my screen?
Yes, yes, it's good.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. Let's start. I will giving a presentation titled "New Methods for Knowledge Discovery from Local Historical Materials and Data Japan Search." I will explain about Japan Search, especially about the discovery of local historical materials and data in Japan. Okay, let's start. Now, I'll be discussing three main topics regarding Japan Search and huge digital collections in Japan. First, I will talk about the three main functions of Japan Search, and then I will explain what kind of data in Japan Search has. And finally, I will talk about the technical aspect of Japan Search. Okay. Okay, first, I'd like to share you how Japan Search works. Japan Search has three main functions for user interface for search, search, enjoy, and use. Okay. Sorry. First, let me introduce a search function. Japan Search allows users to search using a variety of methods such as cross search or image search or image search or designed search. Cross search searches all metadata fields in all databases to aim to help users search vast amount of information effectively. Japan Search allows not just conventional keyword search, but also designed search. Designed search enables users to delimit databases or metadata fields to be searched. We also offer image search. Image search, which searches for thumbnail images with similar characteristics using machine learning methods. In addition, to help for multilingual searches, search keywords you input are automatically translated by the Google search system, and low-match data is generated for the aggregated metadata by the Japan search system. You can put in the English search Second, the enjoy function. You can enjoy various gallery pages on Japan Search. There are about 300 themes, such as historical figures, animals, and plants, and seasonal events. Galleries enable users to view the breadth of digital content offered through Japan Search, even without conducting a search. Currently, most of the galleries on Japan Search are created by the National Diet Library, but partners can edit and publish a gallery making use of items on Japan Search. Also, okay. Sorry. Here, I will introduce an individual gallery page as an example. This is a gallery about snow viewing encoded in Japanese Yukimi. In the gallery page, there is a large image at the top with commentary and top with commentary below it. Scroll down further, and you will find a list of related galleries and related books. Related materials are not limited to those written paper, for example, related works and videos. Through the gallery, users will be able to see the appeal of Japan search content. Ooh. Okay. Third, the use function. You can create an annotated list of your favorite items with the My Note function. By just clicking the heart icon, you can add your favorite content to your own list called My Note. And using the editing function of My Gallery, you can create an attractive gallery like the one introduced in the previous slide. My Gallery enables collaborate editing. You can use your My Gallery in various situations. Situations such as school lessons, events, and curation training. You can also export your My Gallery in formats such as JSON and HTML formats. This image was exported to an external site in HTML format. I hope that Japan search will be widely used beyond our intentions. Okay, and let's move next topic. Next, I will explain what kind of data Japan search has. The range of cooperation Japan search is not limited to a specific field, and any organization that holds content such as social, cultural, and academic information resources can be partner for cooperation. This diagram shows how Japan search aggregates and provides metadata in collaboration with cultural institutions. Each content holder provides digital content and metadata to aggregate of each field, such as books, cultural properties, media arts, broadcast programs, and local heritage. And Japan search collaborates with those aggregators to collect metadata. The NDL, the National Institute for Humanities, as aggregators for humanities, collects metadata from databases of national institutes in Japan, and provides metadata to Japan search through the portal site called NIFInt. With aggregators, collaboration between Japan search and holding institutions proceeds smoothly, and you can also obtain standardized data. However, at present, there are many sectors and communities that do not have aggregators. Therefore, in the cases that sector or communities have no aggregator, consideration is given to directly connecting with national organizations that handle content for public interest purposes, and organizations that handle unique content. As of December of 2021, Japan search collaborates with 31 aggregators and 146 databases and give access to 23 million content. Japan search includes academic institutions such as National Institute for Humanities, to which I belong, as well as museums such as Tokyo Fuji Art Museum and the Museum of Oriental Ceramics. In this way, Japan Search enables us to find information across academic institutions, libraries, and museums. Japan Search promotes collaborations with many local digital collections, which cover a wide range of fields. For example, local partners has, for example, Mie Prefecture, Aichi Prefecture Museum of Art, and Aomori Prefecture, and Nanjo City in Okinawa Prefecture. And okay, I'll pick up Nanjo City in Okinawa Prefecture. Nanjo City has numerous other valuable materials for understanding the history and culture of Nanjo City, such as materials created and collected by the administrative staff and various records left by local people. And to be more specific, the Nanjo City shows old photos of Okinawa, which is very useful to see scenery of Okinawa in 20th century. For example, let's search for Izaiho, a traditional Kudakajima in Okinawa Prefecture ceremony. The results will look like this screen. Many results can be seen in this screen. Here, and if you click on one of them, you can see how the ceremony was held in the past, as shown here. This event called Izaiho, this ceremony called Izaiho is said to have continued for 600 years. However, it has not ceased to exist. You can also find archives of such lost ceremonies in the local area through Japan Search. In Japan, there is a diversity of cultures, and there is a movement to digitize it. Japan Search is a platform that allows us to find a wide range of digitized items. Through Japan Search, we are able to see cultures in various regions that were previously difficult to find. Okay, and let's move next third topic. Next, I will explain the technical aspects of Japan Search. Japan Search enables cross-sectoral search without determining a unified format for metadata among different systems by the method of common properties. In NDL Search, which is an integrated search system for publications and has been in operation since 2010, which values of metadata received from different data providers in different metadata formats are mapped into a single format, as shown in the diagram on the left. This method requires negotiation with data provider and costs for sending and receiving metadata, so cooperation with fields other than libraries has been difficult. Furthermore, for example, values that cannot be mapped, such as genre, material, method, and type, have to be linked to properties such as other. And those values could not be made use of searching for items. On the other hand, in Japan Search, data providers do not need to comply with fixed format when submitting metadata. When Japan Search receives metadata, common properties are given to cross-sectoral values, and the cost for mapping is minimized because common properties are automatically given using a metadata analyzer. Other values such as genre and material methods and store in their original value, preventing loss of metadata and enhancing searches using these values. This chart shows what steps are to be taken by each actor in registering and distributing metadata. There are mainly 3 steps: registering metadata, providing common properties, and providing metadata as linked to open data. In the first step, data providers or aggregators register metadata into Japan Search from its CMS in their original schema. Metadata files can be registered in a variety of file formats, including TSV, CSV, XLSX, JSON, and XML. In the second step, the received metadata is automatically given common properties that I explained in the previous slide. The common properties enables cross searches in the content. In the third step, metadata is converted to Japan Search's schema. Japan Search RDF schema to be published as linked open data. Properties are extracted from the metadata that were given labels in the second step, and metadata is generated in RDF format. As a result, accurate search is possible using Sparkle. I'll talk more specific. This chart shows a transition of metadata in Japan Search. Sorry, many parts are written in Japanese. First, as you can see on the far left, the data provider has its own metadata. Japan Search first will then label it with common properties as shown in the middle. The part is designed to be easy to understand and map without too many difficult rules. Japan Search then convert it to RDF metadata format. By doing this conversion, we convert it into metadata that is more accurate and can be parsed by computers. Using this RDF data, advanced search with Sparkle became possible, allowing for more advanced search. This is an example of using Sparkle from one keyword. We can visualize what other related keywords are available. Okay. And I don't have not so much time. It's in Japanese, but let me demonstrate a little. Let's put in Utagawa Hiroshige. Utagawa Hiroshige. Utagawa Hiroshige, a famous author of Nishikiya print. Let's put in. Okay. Then the related author will appear like this. By creating RDF data, this kind of information discovery becomes possible. Finally, I will briefly explain the terms of use for the content. Japan Search also functions as a license search that organizes the secondary use conditions of content and displays them in an easy-to-understand manner for users. Japan Search has selected the license marks and right statements that is suitable for the situation in Japan from those widely adopted around the world, such as public domain marks, Creative Commons, and right statements, and compiled them into 15 types of right labels that can be available on Japan Search. Japan Search is expected to contribute to the opening of data in Japan by showing the significance of opening data and good examples of manners when using public domain and CC0 content to partner organizations and users. Okay, that's all. It is on my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have any questions or comments, please write down Q&A, and you can also contact us from the contact page of Japan Search. Thank you very much. Thank you for your listening. Thank you.
Thank you for very interesting your presentation. There are two questionnaires. Would you please see the Q&A?
Yeah.
Yeah, two questionnaires come from the audience. Cecilia, would you please answer to online?
Okay. 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 If
maybe this questionnaire is not only to library, to the among to the museum and other archives, how to collaborating.
Okay, we collaborating. We are collaborating. Academic. We are collaborating academic institutions and broadcasting and animations, manga, music. Okay.
And the second question is what is the process of collaboration? How do you collaborate with the different types of library and museum and archives? How do you process the very successfully together build up the new system?
Okay. That is. I think it is easy to collaborate with libraries because because it's easy to map metadata, but it is hard to collaborate with actually in Japanese attendant. Sorry, I think for example archives because archives metadata is it's so complex and so complex because of okay and okay and so complex and it is too hard to collaborate with collaborate field which has no aggregators.
How did you collaborate with the library's metadata and museum metadata is very different. How
yeah.
to unify, how to joint of the different metadata and the Japan search.
Okay. Okay. I'll share my screen again. Share your screen again. Okay. 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 This screen shows the Japan search can Japan search is able to another institution's map metadata mapping. Sorry. Japan search has do need comply with a fixed format when submitting metadata. For example, this item A is in the library, and item B is in the museum. When submit, Japan search receives metadata, and common properties are given to cross-sectoral values, this mapping is the common properties are automatically given using metadata analyzer. And other values such as materials and method are stored in the original value. Publisher is preventing loss of metadata and enhancing search using these values. Okay.
Okay. Next question to the, do you see the, do you have information about Micronesia or Saipan in Japan search?
I'm sorry, I don't know, but probably the Japan's okay, okay. Okay. Yeah. I will search it.
Okay.
I'll search. I will search in Saipan.
And next, last question. Last question is. Last question. The horizontally, could you provide the Japan search helps to identify local history and family history resources? How do identify these areas data? Local history field, how to separate them?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Local history. Local history. If you want identify regional history or local history, you can see these tags. For example, regional history. In this way, you can find local regional resources or local history. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Last question is to the how many items are in public domain as percentage?
Sorry, I don't know at this time. I'll check it and reply by chat.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so many.
Thank you very much.
So many
Sorry.
questions from audience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
But the time is over. Thank you so much, Dr. Makoto Goto. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.